I've been seeing this video recommended to me a lot, so we're about to check it out. Everything wants you when you want nothing.
The moment you genuinely stop caring about something, it suddenly becomes available to you. Relationships you stopped chasing, opportunities you gave up on, even that one friend who ghosts everyone, but somehow always texts you back when you're not even thinking about them. They all seem to appear right when you've mentally moved on. I'm not talking about manifestation or positive thinking or any of that.
Okay.
I'm talking about something much more practical and honestly kind of cruel about how the world actually works.
Talk
When you
that.
want something really badly, you radiate this energy, this desperation that everyone can smell from a mile away. You're texting back in 0.2 seconds. You're staying in situations that drain your soul because having something feels better than having nothing.
Yeah.
But here's what's actually happening. When you want something that badly, you're operating from scarcity. You're making
Desperation.
decisions based on fear rather than choice.
Yes.
Think about the last time you were really hungry,
Okay.
like genuinely starving, and you walked into a grocery store. Suddenly, everything looks good. Even those overpriced pre-made sandwiches start
Yeah.
looking appealing.
Yeah.
That's what desperation does to your judgment. You settle for less because you're afraid there won't be more. But when you're not hungry, when you've just eaten a good meal, you walk through that same store completely differently.
Yes.
You're selective. You actually notice what's fresh, what's worth your money, what aligns with what you actually want.
An abundance mindset, they call it. You recognizing abundance just means you have more than enough. When you're in a mindset of you have more than enough money, you have more than enough love, you have more than enough friends, family, good positive vibes, you have more than enough positive perspectives and positive realities being attracted to your life, then you have a take it or leave it mindset. Donald Trump even said it in his book about business. The ability to walk away is one of the greatest assets in business. Is being able to walk away from a deal and say, nope, I'm good then. If you're not gonna give me what I want, I'm Gucci then. I know somebody else will, right? I know some other situation will breed it. Some other company will. So it's an abundance mindset. Great video already. Now we're only a minute and a half in.
Wanting nothing doesn't mean becoming a monk or giving up on life. Though honestly, monks seem pretty chill, not gonna
Mm-hmm.
lie. It means reaching a point where you're genuinely okay either way, where your happiness isn't contingent on getting that specific thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is when everything changes. People can sense when you don't need them desperately.
Yep.
They can tell when you're genuinely content with your own company.
And that's good though too. I feel like really good relationships, you need your own life. You need your own things going on, whether it's with success, a relationship, a business. Like you shouldn't just be banking completely on. Like you need your own life outside of things. Outside of your identity. You need your own life outside of that, and the people you try to place in that identity for sure.
Suddenly, you're not just another option in their roster. You're
Mm-hmm.
someone with actual substance, someone worth competing for. People are drawn to others who seem complete on their own. There's something magnetic about someone who's genuinely content with their life as it is, not because they've given up, but because they've built something solid enough that they're not looking for someone else to fix it. But here's the thing that makes this so frustrating. You can't fake not wanting something. Your subconscious leaks through everything. The way you text, the questions you ask, the energy you bring to conversations. People can tell when you're performing contentment versus actually feeling it. It's giving theater kid vibes and not in a good way.
Theater
I
kid
learned this
vibes.
the hard way. Spent years trying to seem less interested in things I desperately wanted, thinking if I just acted casual enough, the universe would reward my fake chill with what I was actually after. It
Them
never
legs.
worked because underneath all that performed indifference was the same
A guy by the name of Nero Knowledge, shout out, once said that people don't react to your words, they react to your frequency.
desperate energy, just with a mask on. The real shift happens when you genuinely build a life you don't want to escape from. When you're not using other people or opportunities as exit strategies from your current reality. When you start investing in yourself, your hobbies, your friendships, your space in a way that makes you actually enjoy your own company. Revolutionary concept, I know.
Right.
This is why people say the best relationships happen when you're not looking for them. It's not because the universe has a sense of irony, though it definitely does. It's because when you're not looking, You're probably in a good place already.
Yeah.
You're probably someone worth knowing. But there's a darker side to this pattern too. Sometimes we stop wanting things not because we've grown or found contentment, but because we've been hurt so many times that we've built walls disguised as wisdom. We tell ourselves we don't want that relationship, that opportunity, that connection. But really, we're just protecting ourselves from another disappointment. The difference between healthy detachment and defensive numbness is subtle but important. Healthy detachment comes from abundance. You genuinely have enough in your life that you don't need this particular thing to feel complete. Defensive numbness comes from exhaustion. You've been disappointed too many times, so you're preemptively protecting yourself. Real not wanting something means you'd be genuinely happy if it worked out and genuinely okay if it didn't.
Yeah.
You're not secretly hoping while pretending not to care.
The ability to let freaking go, man. Everybody watching right now, just take a deep breath, right? Y'all feel that? You let go of everything, even if it was just for a moment in that breath. The ability to let go, man.
You're not keeping score of how little you're trying. You're just living your life and letting things unfold.
Very subconscious.
This is probably the most counterintuitive lesson about getting what you want. The best way to attract opportunities is to build a life so fulfilling that you don't desperately need them to save you from your current situation.
Talk that.
Everything wants you when you want nothing, because when you want nothing, you've already got everything that matters.
Ali Star, man, be cooking with these freaking videos, dude. Yeah, man. I feel like the video speaks for itself. There's not much more I need to say, man. But I'm Alex the Virgo, man. This is my second channel, Alex the Virgo 2. Check out my main channel, Alex the Virgo, where I actually talk about topics similar to this. So with that, yo, show love to me, show love to him, spread love. It takes nothing to drop a like, a comment, share. It takes nothing. So anyways, yeah, with that, man, love.